All right, Game 3 is here today, 5:07 p.m. in the Bronx. Next three are in the Boogie Down Bronx. I have today's lineup, okay, which just came out. I'm going to give it to you in a second. Just want to share some thoughts and some insights from the last two games, and I want to know what you think. One of the things I've noticed is the Yankees, they have multiple weapons like other teams, like the Astros, but they're not utilizing all these weapons, and they're not doing some of the things that helped them be really successful in the first half of the season. They fed off each other. They also played more small ball than they did before, rather than relying a little bit too much on home runs. They still did that, okay? Don't get me wrong, in the first half of the season, but they played more small ball, and they're not really doing that right now. And I get to having Justin Verlander and Framber Valdez, is no small feat. So they faced their two aces, okay? Now the Yankees have their two aces up, Gerrit Cole and Nestor Cortes, in the next two games. So if there's any opportunity for these guys to pick up a game or tie this series of two, now's the time to do it. Even after today, if it's 2-1, it sounds a hell of a lot better than 2-0, right? If they're 2-2 tomorrow, it sounds a hell of a lot better than 2-1. So they have an opportunity to do this, and I really hope that they utilize the weapons that they have in an effective way, okay? And again, something to keep in mind. I understand that the frustrations of sometimes we get these stupid comments from Aaron Boone and some of the other folks, but keep in mind, other managers make stupid comments too, and he's not here to be a professional spokesperson or the person who spreads whatever the talking points and the propaganda and the BS. He's the manager, and that's the fact. And the Yankees were projected to be a fourth-place team at best. They won 99 games, took the division, and I understand, too, when the Yankees play well, I noticed a lot of expectations changed the first half of the season when they were playing well. People were projecting 125 wins, World Series, and blah, blah, blah. The expectations, they changed. It comes with the territory, right? So, but with that said, a little less talk, maybe a little bit more baseball, a little bit more good decision-making. And again, he is not responsible for Judge not hitting. He's not responsible for Torres not hitting, JD not hitting, or whoever. I mean, that's not his fault. That's there. They need to be held accountable too. But with that said, let me know what you think of this. And by the way, I want to welcome Billy Branch too. Shout out to Billy Branch, who's a regular member of the live streams and has been a long-time subscriber. He's joined the 161 family with the membership. So looking forward to having you on, man. And I've been working on a lot of bonus content for members and a lot of bonus content for everybody else too. So there's a lot of good things coming. So things are not slowing down once the season is over. And if there's anybody that's not subscribed to the channel, I highly encourage you to do that right now so you don't miss these things. So we're going to be popping. Just like Yankee Stadium's going to be popping tonight. So it's time to root these guys on. But again, they got to play better, right? And with that, here's the lineup. Let me pull the shades up. Anthony Rizzo's leading off. What the freak? At first base. Aaron Judge batting second in right field. Giancarlo Stanton batting third in left field. Gleyber Torres batting fourth, second base. Matt Carpenter's in there, to my surprise, batting fifth at DH. Harrison Bader's batting sixth in center field. Josh Donaldson's batting seventh at third base. Oswaldo Cabrera's batting eighth at shortstop. Jose Trevino's batting ninth at the dish. And on the mound, Gerrit Cole. All right, our number one. Him and Trevino are a good pairing together. That's obvious. So I am surprised not to see Oswald Peraza in here. I'm also surprised to see Matt Carpenter. Maybe they feel like he's 0 for 7 with 7 strikeouts since he's come back. So maybe they feel like he's about to turn the corner or something. And his left-handed bat is obviously suited for Yankee Stadium, but I don't know, man. If he strikes out the first one or two times, I would have him out of there, and I would make lineup changes immediately. Immediately. They need a spark, and they need any type of opportunity to capitalize and jump on these pitchers. I think it's Christian Vasquez today, right? Or something like that. Christian Javier. Who's another big arm for the Astros, but he's not one of their aces. But the Yankees have hit him before. They can hit him again. So it's up to these guys to hopefully give Gerrit Cole some run support early on. Jump on these guys. Maybe wear out their bullpen a little bit. Try to do as much as you can. Because that's exactly what they've done to us the first two games. They ran up pitching counts. He had a lot of foul balls, put the ball in play, which is something that the Yankees need to do. Put the ball in play. Right? So these are things that, again, the next three games are at Yankee Stadium. They have an opportunity here to tie this thing up at the very least and then maybe get a game ahead. But obviously, going back to Houston behind would not be fun. So, and I know some people are of the belief that Houston's going to probably win in 4 and 5 and whatnot. It's possible. Anything's possible. But I still believe in the Yankees. This is not over yet. So I do expect Cole to push today and shove, and I expect Nestor Cortes to do the same tomorrow. And again, these are the two opportunities, these next two games, to reverse the fortune here. They have to capitalize on every opportunity they get. And if something doesn't work, get this guy out of here. If Jonathan's not working, get him out of there. You move IKF to third or whatever you got to do. Then you plug in what you need to plug in. You take Carpenter out of left field, you plug Oswaldo Cabrera out there. Then you put Peraza short. Different look to the lineup, right? So there are things that they could do. And again, these lineups keep changing. But again, this is also not necessarily because of Boone not knowing what he's doing. They have a lack of options. Not having DJ here hurts. Not having Andrew Benintendi here hurts. They've lost a lot of versatility and lost two of their best contact hitters, which is something that they need desperately. They're not here. So they got to do the best with what they have, unfortunately, right now. And unfortunately, like, we can't call Volpe. He's never seen that higher than, where he's at now. Like, these guys aren't ready for the major leagues yet. So, and they're not on the 40-man. They're not on this level on the 28 anyway. They've never had major league experience. So, it doesn't make any sense. So they're working with what they've got, which is not ideal. Obviously, they have way too many guys on the IL. But that's my kind of feedback and just insight, and that's the lineup. Let me know what you think of this lineup. So, again, not ideal, but I always like having, if I'm them, I'm putting Bader at the top because he's a more aggressive base runner. But Rizzo can't run. He doesn't really have speed. Why the hell is he leading off? So, that's a little puzzling to me. But, with these guys now, I'd probably lead off Bader and put Torres second and then bat Judge third and Rizzo fourth and Stanton fifth. And then kind of put the rest together as you go. But I want to have that solidified, at least top five going there. So to create some kind of worst case scenario for the Astros pitchers every time they come around. But they haven't done that yet. And again, we're also hearing Boone talking about he's not ready to move on from Donaldson and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I understand to a certain degree they're waiting for his elite defense. I get it. But that's replaceable with a guy who's a more contact hitting oriented guy. So, and just as an FYI, in terms of contact hitters, with the second highest contact rate in baseball, Major League Baseball in 2022, was Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And again, that's not necessarily batting average, really. That's putting the ball in play. Whether he gets a hit or whether he doesn't get a hit, he puts the ball in play. So, just something to consider. Like, I want as many of those contact type guys as possible with these guys. Because even if you don't get out, if you do get out and you don't get on base, you're moving runners over. The Astros do this all the time. The Indians did it all the time. So, we'll see what happens here. If I'm them, I'm being quick to make changes if things aren't working out. Very quick to make changes. But that's it. So, let's root for our boys. Hopefully, they'll take this game today. Hopefully, we'll go live towards the end of the game, which always turns into a recap, as you know. And hopefully, we're celebrating a win. Hopefully, we're saying, yes, the Yankees are back in this. Back in this series, man. And there's no better place to do it than the Bronx. Remember Arizona in 2001, that World Series? Even though they didn't win it, they won all three of those games at home. All three of them. So it's definitely possible here, guys and gals. Nothing is over yet. The fat lady hasn't sung, and Yogi Berra hasn't come up with any new Yogi-isms. Rest in peace, Yogi. But let's go.